Hello, it's Jackie from Pocket of Preschool, and I wanted to show you the Fire Safety Math and Literacy Centers pack. So every unit comes with labels, and each activity has a direction page with photos of the activity in action for the teacher, as well as differentiation techniques. So each center unit has two fine motor activities. So these are the two fine motor activities. So we have Play-Doh mat, so they can make the object with Play-Doh, working on those vocabulary words, and then they can trace it with the dry erase marker. And then we also have a cutting craft, so they can make this fire hat. You can even put it on a sentence strip, and then they can wear it as an actual fire hat, or you can use it on a bulletin board, whatever you want. And then it has also a writing center. So every writing center comes with 4 different types of paper: dotted line, single line, blank, and then 2 to a page. I typically use the 2 to a page in my preschool classroom. There's also vocabulary cards that are in lowercase and a set in uppercase. It also has an emergent reader. One thing I like to do with my vocabulary cards is to do different activities with them. So we made a fire writing tray for this one. So it's just some sand, and they write the letter in the tray. And then also don't forget about putting those letter mats at your writing table. So let me show you the 6 literacy centers that are included. So we have this one, which you can see I also have up there. And it's okay to have things in more than one place in your classroom. So these are some letter build it cards where they are working on letter formation, so that they can build it with Play-Doh, they can build it with jewels, or they can trace it with dry erase marker. And there is also a worksheet included. We also have these uppercase, lowercase, or you can also see there's an uppercase letter puzzles. And again, there's a worksheet included. You can use it in a tray. Here's another way that you could do it, is have it in a pocket, and they can match the boots up. And then again, putting that worksheet in a dry erase pocket down at the bottom for them is another option. And then we have so much goodness. We just have these letters. So they are going to take turns going up with the letter. They're going to say the letter name and object and sound. And then we have, it's tricky, so many fun activities. So we have these write and build fire mats. So they're going to pick a letter. So you can see there's uppercase and lowercase water cards. And I just put these in a dry erase pocket. So they're gonna pick, you can either do uppercase and lowercase, or just do lowercase, and then they have to pick the letter or match them up and then write it and then build it. And this is just like a piece of tubing. So it's kind of like a fire hose. And then we have a worksheet with it as well. You can also do this with sight words. There's blank cards. So you can also do it with student names as well if you want to do that. We have these fire station rhymes. So this is that tubing that is from like the craft store, or actually mine is typically from Dollar Tree. So they are gonna find the rhyming words and put the fire trucks in the firehouse. So they would find bat, and you can see cat up there, and we have goat and boat, and we have frog, log, and dog. So they're gonna match up those rhymes. And then we have these syllable clip cards. So they are going to say the object and count how many syllables are in that word. And again, worksheets with both of those. For math, we have 8 activities. This one's really fun. There's 4 levels. Well, so many levels for this one actually. So you can play it a couple different ways. So you can do it as a flip and find, where they pick the card and then they cover it. But why not make it even more hands-on? So this is a pool noodle cut in half. And we actually cut a slit down the middle of it. And we put them on those little popsicle sticks, like a half one, and then they can line it up in the fire hose so they can visually see the number line. So you have mats that go to 20, 10, 50, and 100. And your mats have 3 options, so each of them have 3 different options. So we have a color mat, we have a tracing mat, and then we have a fill in the blank mat as well. So again, 4 different levels, but 3 options within each level. Here's another way you could do it. So you could have them clip the cards on a piece of ribbon, which is kind of like a fire hose, and cover it up. Or again, they could trace it or fill it in. And then here are the 1 to 100. Again, you can make it as simple or as detailed as you want. And again, 4 different levels and 3 options within each of those levels. We also have these really fun fire 2D shapes. So they're gonna build their fire. And I just took some Play-Doh and mixed it together. You know, they love to do it anyway, so why not, right? So they make the points or the vertices, and then they can make the sides, and then they could also make it with Play-Doh. So there's 2 shape card options. So they have the full shape and then just the points and the vertices. And these are just some pipe cleaners that look kind of like fire. So again, really, really fun, and worksheets with that one. We have fire patterns. So they're going to either create their own or extend the pattern. So the fire is going to go all the way up. And you can just use Unifix cubes or any color counting cube or button stackers, anything that you have in your classroom for a fun pattern game. And again, worksheets are included with that. We have helmet, we have a count or one more, one less. So this way they pick the card, and then if they don't know the number, also they can check it on the number line. Whoops, sorry, bumped the phone. And then they put that many fire hats on the dog. And then this one, they pick their number, and then they do one less and one more, and we have worksheets with that one as well. And if you notice, the fire dog has that many hats on. So how cute are those cards? Love that. And then we have some roll and covers with some worksheets. We have 2 options. We have fire hats, or we have the badges. And you can use Unifix cubes so they can count and build that many, or they can just cover. This one is just a basic roll and climb, we're calling it. So they're gonna roll the dice and move up that many till they get to the top. We have one that goes to 10 and a teen number that goes to, or one that goes up to 15. And then we have again a addition or just a counting, because you can use 2 dice with this game to make an addition. We have a firefighter count. So they are gonna pick a card and find the match, or you can just use one of them, up to you, and put that many in the 10 frame and put that many in the building. So again, we're counting and subitizing and working on one-to-one correspondence and one-to-one correspondence, subitizing, and number identification. And then the last one we have is a non-standard measurement activity. So we have these fire hoses. So we have these little dog rulers so they can measure how many big the fire hose is. You can also cut up some pipe cleaners or some tubing so they can measure fire hoses that way, or you could have Unifix cube that as well, or have all the options, and there is a worksheet included with it as well. So I hope you love all of these fire safety centers. They are in the store, so grab them if you want.